I think we are technically on time because I think the game is 2017 because it's its own year and all that stuff, and like May graduates and goes to college for for a little while, I think a year or so, and then comes back. So anyway, September 21st. Well, let's just do Anon's voice because I don't want to be grandiose about this, and it's obvious that Anon wants to be the narrator. September 1st, 7 a.m. An alarm blares into the silence. What do you mean it blares into the silence? It destroys the silence by its nature of being sound, cutting it into a million pieces. That's... What a weird... Like, alarms are often described as blunt and visceral, not as cutting implements. It smashes it into a million pieces. Takes a minute or two for me to wake up, recognize the sound, turn it off. I'm not leaving my bed just yet. Stare at the ceiling for another minute. I don't even know where I am. Though eventually, what remains of my wheel wins out, pushing me up, because I know I can't stick around forever. I'm paraphrasing this with, like, Anon's inner monologue, because one, it wants to, so bad. First things first, I gotta hit the bathroom. Take a leak, wash my face, too much sleep left in my eyes, then rub it dry with a towel. Well, there I am. Yeah, that's me, alright. It's hard to think, in a weird way. I'm just the man in the mirror. Just enough brain power to help me understand that I'm looking at a reflection. Jesus. Alright, kitchen time. Let's see, breakfast. Well, I don't have anything to eat. After all, I didn't even have time to buy anything. No cheap cereal, not a cookie to munch on. I guess it's my fault for leaving so early in the evening with nothing in my baggage for this. My parents did warn me this would be a problem. Well, I guess it's my fault. I'm the big idiot. Let's see. I can either take the hunger with me to school, see if I can find some place along the way and spend my limited budget on overpriced coffee. Ugh. Either way, probably not going to get any breakfast in my home on the first day. Okay, so for some reason, we are very acutely aware of the time, and I don't know why we're doing this. Let's see, 7:06 a.m. That gives me about, what, 40 minutes? About half an hour. Trip there would take 20 minutes. I need a little bit of time. Okay. So, like... Your school starts before... I mean, yeah, actually, I have that. So empty in here. The vantage point from this stupid dining table is hardly encouraging. I feel poorer than I did before. Parents would send everything over in the weekend, but until then, it's just gonna be figuring out what the hell can fill this space. What do you mean his peaceful life is shitposting? He was shitposting just fine on his phone. I guess we are in 2014. You can tell because Night in the Woods barely does phone shit. Minutes go by. Really is nothing to do in here, especially with my phone on the charger all the way over there. The absence of clocks makes it feel like the world's just been paused by God. Or, well, whoever's up there. Well, there is a God guiding stuff. How the hell did I end up here? Listen, I don't have any issues with this town as far as I can tell. But, what exactly made my parents think that Deep Hollow County was a good idea? I'm dozens of miles from home. Yeah, this would fit Anon just fine. A match made in heaven. Talk to God about it and everything. The mute question has, what does that mean? Just dangles into space outside of his cranium before he starts. What are you doing, man? My useless question has no answer. Just hangs around in my head until, well, I get up and get dressed. I like how he's just sitting there in the nude. Because didn't he shower? And on your team, please shower. No, he's just washing his face. He could be in any state of undress. Ew! Socks. Why are you describing this? Just putting on the usual bod in bulk, except for the jacket. Mom bought me this a few days before. You already mentioned this. You don't have to repeat it. She heard from a friend and a friend that moving a few miles north, especially further inland, is like living in Alaska. Well, at least it fits. And it should keep out the cold a bit better than that piece of cloth I used to wear. Why did I wear a jacket again? Oh yeah, because I look like a fucking lanklet under all of this. You know, for second hand, it's pretty good. This jacket, not the old one. Let's see, 7:50. Why do we care? I guess I'll pick something up on the way to school. Something I can munch on the way. Well, phone in hand, in my pocket, bag on my back, shoes on. Well, there I am, in the mirror. The window of my apartment. Okay. Why? Who is calling him rather sexy? Anon does not think of himself as handsome at all. What are you doing? Why is the narrator using the term lanklet? I guess it's because Anon, like again, the author so badly wants to just have Anon be the POV. It's just disgusting. Be honest with yourself and commit to the bit, man. Leaving the apartment, door locked. I guess I'll use the elevator. No. I guess I'll use the elevator today. Lock the door. Actually, I can't lock the door in the elevator. I guess people just can't access my floor or something. Push the button. There we go. Why does this author love mentioning that there's silence? I mean, I guess that's the point. It's like, but it's morning in this city! He should hear his neighbors and stuff. Why is there a hall between your house and the apartment? The implication was that, like, with that other guy, like, whatever. Cables are creaking. The curtains, what? I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do here. It's a small hall between my apartment and the elevator. I don't know why I'm describing this. I hope it's a plot point later, otherwise you might as well not have bothered. The doors open with a creak, making it more than obvious that despite my room having that sense of love, everything else is bad. What's this? By the way, Snoot Sona Encore announced that they are going back to Renpai because it's easier to use than Godot, which is exactly the same what they said when they went from Renpai to Godot. Congrats, 3 months down the... Oh my god. You know, at least unlike a Volcano High, they didn't stick with an engine that fucking sucks, right? At least they're cognizant of the problems. But my god, what's going on? What is happening? Why is Anon being called sexy? Who is calling him sexy? Anon doesn't think of himself as sexy. If he's gonna gas himself up, do it more. Do it when he was washing his face. Why does he have this completely secondary... The cabin's in motion. It's not dirty, just old. No what? Organic you mean no one took a shit in the elevator? For some reason I thought someone would take a shit in the elevator around here and no one would actually clean it up. Just like it. Where do you live? That this is a problem. Well, that does beg the question, who does live here? All the names I saw on that panel full of buttons on the first floor, are they real? You know, just fakes to make it look like someone lives here. After all my neighbors have been pretty quiet so far. Well, I'll go outside eventually. There it is, Possum Springs, slowly waking up. It really does have that picturesque quality. Cold wind, green leaves, pale sun, distant mountains. It does mean it's gonna be dark a little later than usual. It's gonna be light a little later than usual, and dark earlier than I expected. You can still see the factory from here too. It's like a whole new world, no matter how cliche it sounds. Well, I'm not the type, but I think I'll get a shot. Mom and Dad will like it, right? Well, the town... You just said the town was waking up, and now it's already woken up? Which one is it? Well, it's not quite the way a city woke up. Again, this weird contrast to the city, but it keeps talking about, like, Anon, like he doesn't live in this... It's so weird! A city, like the one he came from, will be hustling and bustling, but... Wait. The city's already woken up. Not like a... Well, the town's already woken up. Not like a city wakes up. We're useless Anon instead. We're finishing chapter 2, and then we'll decide if we're going to do something else. Like, what is your problem, Senator? Don't you enjoy this riveting writing that's taking forever to get anywhere? Yeah, this is why I read Snoot Game and Night in the Woods, is May's avid descriptions of her fucking apartment. There's nothing in my apartment. Man, how exciting. It's exciting because May lives in the attic. It's a weird place to live, and there's all these... Jesus Christ, it's like this author doesn't get what writing is. Oh my god. Ah, it hurts. It's ultraviolet prose. It's purple prose without a point. Oh, I already gotta take a piss. All the vinegar. Scary Dave's gonna pull us out of the gutter with his links. Truly the all-American hero we don't deserve. The town's already waking up, but not in the way I'm used to. And the city I used to be in, well, it was always hustle and bustle. The second anything woke up. It sounds like stories from his... What are you talking about? The stories like the one he came from would be hustling and bustling. It would sound like the stories of his parents. He lives there! Why are the stories of his parents being used for comparison? Oh my god, I'm losing my fucking mind! What are you trying to say? Just say it! Onto millions of people and hundreds of thousands of cars, all treading the street in their own lane and producing sound so deafening it might hurt the... If the sound is deafening, by definition, it's probably hurting your fucking eardrums, my man. Oh my god, are you stupid? Do you not know how human ears work? Oh my god, it's so alien. Like translation? Maybe. But what a translation. Sounds more like how I wake up. Nice and slow. The eyes are open, but it's taking its sweet-ass time actually doing something. You know, like how I know I gotta wake up, but fuck, I'm no soldier. I take my time. I stretch a little, toss a little, look at my phone when it's available, and then I submit my feet to the cold flooring. This kind of wake-up is such a breather from all the hustle. Just enough room for me and my thoughts. The connection, the respect for every living being. Does come at a cost. A town like Possum Springs, in order to stay this quiet, can't exactly change much. You know, rebuild things, new factories. All those things would be too noisy, no one would be interested. What was the last big change around here? Probably so long, even the people who've lived there since their youths don't even remember. Oh no, you'd say the elders who've lived there since their youth. Taking a turn, he remembers yesterday. I remember that giant factory in the distance, the silhouette of it. I wonder if it's still active or just a corpse of the past. Too abandoned to function. What is it? Too bothered to function, too unbothered to cease existence? It's the other way around. It's too unbothered in that no one cares and is activating it for it to function. It is too bothered as in it is too persistent. Ugh, God damn it. How many buildings like that are spanning around this place? Probably a decent amount, I'd say. Well, that kind of lack of change keeps the inevitable death afloat like never before. There's only one way to avoid the actual problems, though. You gotta move, leave this place behind. The cop did mention it. I think Molly was the name? It's kind of sad that places like these, where you really live life instead of just existing. You know, we can take action and... well, it's just ghosts. Anon is so whimsical about this fucking town. Also... yeah, whatever. I love Night in the Woods too, Arthur. Thank you. The thought of at least spending 1 year here is a bit of a relief. There's still room for me, wherever I'm supposed to be. Thoughtless. There's still room for me, what I am, not what I'm gonna become, what they're gonna make me into. Thoughtless machine living and dying by its paycheck and constantly changing. Isn't the entire point of Possum Springs being a rust town that, like, survival is fucking difficult? People aren't leaving because... God damn it, man. It's like you don't understand Anon. You can have some childlike whimsy as a treat. Is he even Anon? Why is he shitposting if he's this fucking whimsical for the pastoral life of old? Well, I gotta... Oh, there we go. A donut shop. Not a very good morning meal. I mean, bagels will do, but... Full today, day number 1. I guess I'll stomach it. Just gonna walk in, get me some of those chocolate donuts. Fat ass I am. Get out. Ah, it was me and the cashier, and someone else. And someone else didn't even notice me. That's good. Hope the school will be just like that. Let's see. Time's starting to run out a little bit. I guess me thinking and taking my damn time is having its own costs. Price to pay. Sure, this town might be slow, but I can't show up at 8. Let's see. Now that I have something to eat, a donut for each hand, I can continue moving. Munching on God's glazed gift to mankind. Let's see. Probably take a little while to remember this road. I was never too good with navigation. The closer I get to school, the more I start to notice students. I guess most people around here actually walk, and there's enough youth to actually teach. I do wonder how many of them moved here like me. Probably not that many, like Molly said. People don't move here, they move out. Especially not with kids, I imagine. Well, that just makes me have just another fucking gimmick. Shit. So, what did my parents tell school? How much do they know? The first day, there's probably going to be introductions. I thought everything would be easy. Well, better get it over quick. God's glazed gift to mankind. Finally, another name for my ass. No! Please stop glazing this man with compliments. I keep hearing everyone say that AI is glazing heavily. And I was like, what, like the frosting? It's like, no, it's compliments. Like, okay, cool. I know words now. Shit. Wait, there it is. Possum Springs High School. One and only. Neatly inside downtown. Magnet to all teens around. Freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. After all, this school does teach every fucking year and isn't weird in any way. It's a grand 3-story building, probably from its heyday, considering it's a little overbuilt. Oh, I know what's gonna happen next. The minute I enter their points of view, they're gonna... And there they go. All eyes are on me. Hundreds of eyes. Their staring gonna haunt me for the entirety of summer. What are they thinking? Is that a human? Oh, look, a skinhead. I bet he eats his own kind. I thought he'd be an animal skin with a spear in his hand.
I wonder what will happen if I show you my phone. That's technologically not advanced.
Probably see me as some kind of circus attraction. Ha! Somehow I'm the freak show among these crowds of fucking furries. Again, do these people exist normally in this world, or what? Intravenous injections are not as painful as this horrific mess. Oh, let's see. They stopped looking, that's good. Gives me a clear view on the friend circles. It's easy to tell who knows who, I guess. Not that I ever have my own who's who, but hey, it's good to know others do. This school's nothing like anywhere I've been before. Student body is furs and feathers all over, with a couple of scales as well. Now, what surprises me is the design. The hallways are way too long and wide. The lockers are just all the way to the floor. The amount of people and never-ending chatter. It's like those bigger schools, but more... It's hard to say. Like there's room. It's not all crammed together. The color palette's nicer. The layout's a bit more... usable. Makes everything so much more pleasant to look at. I can actually see the walls past the students. It's a bit darker and warmer, because whatever lights they use aren't as bright. It also means they're not as harsh on the eyes as those fluorescent tubes. It's a lot less like I'm a cog in a machine. Not like I'm working in an office tower. Parts of society and everything. I feel like a living, breathing creature. Instead of walking around a machine like a mechanic. Let's see. 7:48. Well, that means... Let's see. History. That could be worse. Could be science. Well, time to figure out how that class is going to go. History. What an interesting choice to start with. Everyone's still giving me looks. Guess the initial glances could only satisfy so much of the curiosity. Everyone looking at me with contempt and curiosity. This is nothing new. I just don't like it. Doesn't make me wonder. Wait, what? What if the first time he ended up in a disaster, the school looks as the members? What if the first time I ended up in a disaster, the school, the building itself, like some sort of composite gestalt, remembered it, sharing that memory with every copy on the world? It's like I moved to the other side of the globe and I still get the same looks. I mean, you are in the rise of the digital age, so probably do sort of overthinking it. I'm probably the first human that's visited this town in a few years, considering no one ever moves in. For Possum Springs, a few years has to be forever. Well, the looks are probably understandable. Also, I can be... What? God damn it. Acknowledging that does not make those stares any easier to tolerate. Well... I'm gonna have to deal with someone launching 20 questions at me eventually. Might as well be ready. So remember, we are in 2014. Smartphones are not... just saying, it's kind of weird. How poor is that on and everything? I dread my way through the crowd, trying to find my classroom. It's easy enough. Most tables are already taken. People too preoccupied to even notice me, so no stairs this time. Well, there's only a seat at the front, so I guess I'll have to stomach it. I'll have to introduce myself eventually, so this way it's a little easier. The bell rings and the teacher comes in. Big old grizzly bear, diamond-padded Gillette over a button shirt. How boring. Hello and welcome, everyone, the teacher says in his smoothing bass. To remind everyone who I am Mr. Baker. And I'll be your history teacher this year. Now, before we start, however, I'd like to address something. I could feel the teacher looking at me. Can't move. Please, I hope playing dead works. As some of you may know from the past year, we've been talking a lot about the relations between us, dinosaurs, and more importantly, humans. And it is my honor to present to you a new member of the class. Anon, please stand up and introduce yourself. Hi. Everyone's looking at me. My name's Anon. I don't really have any hobbies. I try to tell my heart to shut up, but it's doing its own little beat. Like a fucking war drum down there. All those eyes. It's just like when I approached. It's like a few months ago when I left. When I arrived. Every single day. God, I want to get out of here! Oh, thank you, Anon. Now sit down. Now, with that out of the way, we can start today's lesson. Oh no! Arthur Morgan! What is he doing here? This isn't Red Dead. Get out of here. What is this? Never mind. Not important. Mr. Baker went on and on, drawing what little attention anyone could spare to himself. So everyone was... Now, the reason there's little attention is naturally everyone was preoccupied, either sleeping or catching up after summer break. No one really looked at him or me. Maybe all those judging stares were just my imagination, then. Maybe I'm going nuts already. I have to do this for each class, won't I? God. Rockstar copyright claimed Arthur. No. Arthur Emoto's kitten. What? Writing down Mr. Baker's ramblings turned out to be a harder task than I could have ever imagined. The teacher just yaps and yaps endlessly as he was challenged by someone to put the entire year into a single class. Talked, wrote on the chalkboard, made diagrams that didn't make any sense. They looked more like the scribblings of a madman than anything I was supposed to learn from. I was still going to write it down, even if it makes my brain cook itself alive. Hi, my name is Anna. My favorite things are memes, stale bread, the last season of Family Guy, ice with no water and dirt. That is all. See you guys in E1. Anna, no, that's not how you end it. Oh, don't bother with it. He's on. Oh, who's this? It's an auburn bear with a pair of calm eyes stuck behind round glasses. Everything he says is just quoted from the book. Oh. Well, my writing is a copy. It's always indecipherable. Shit. The bear looks at me and gives me his hand to shake. Angus. I always thought Angus moved into town. You know, he was new. Because doesn't May not know Angus? Hold up, we're pulling up the Night in the Woods wiki. Sorry, buddy. We're pulling him up. His name is Angus Delaney? I didn't know that. Here we go. Angus mostly knows May's relationship with Greg, as the two rarely hang out with each other without Greg. They're doing out at the Possum Jump ghost hunting mission, where Angus reveals his past to her, but he doesn't live in town, right? I always had the impression that he didn't originally live in town or was like a distant guy. But not like related to the friend group initially, because otherwise Bay would know her better. Maybe I'm just mistaken. I could just pull up the fucking game. Angus is the only main character whose family members are never physically seen, although mentioned throughout the game. How fascinating. Oh, yeah, he is on Longest Night, where he gives the stories and stuff, right? If the player spends the majority of their time hanging out with Bea, Bea will reveal the things Greg and Anna's relationship will not last because they're high school sweethearts. Depending on the dialogue chosen, she goes on to explain that Angus just hasn't met many other people, saying that once they move and he sees better people, he'll move on from Greg. The idea is mostly circumstantial. The idea of their solely circumstantial relationship is challenged by the history, however. But did he live in town or not? I always got the impression that he was like an out-of-towner. Or at the very least did not hang out with May. Like his relationship with May was a lot more... well, a lot different, at least. Let's look up May's article. Maybe we can find out. Well, because this wiki's a bit meh. How could I forget germ warfare? It's so weird that like Night in the Woods has two like mini bonus games. Oh, she's 20 years, so yeah, this would be like 3-ish years. If she would be like 18. Wears boots that are described as cheap, greenish knockoff Doc Martens. Okay, but how does she know Angus? May originally wasn't close to Angus, was acquainted him through Greg as he's Greg's boyfriend. Throughout the game, however, Angus and May become close friends. Okay, so I guess the idea is more that they just didn't know each other for a large portion. Wait a second. Aw, Bay is home enough. Just kiss already! Oh wait, no, that's actually I guess I was wrong. You know, that's fun, right? It's fun to learn. Oh my god, look at May's character nicknames. She's called May because her full name is Margaret Borowski. May, Mayday, Killer, Nightmare Eyes, Queen of Possum Springs, Trash Animal, Mayor of Possum Springs, Kitten, Hermit, Keymaster, Bandit Queen, Margaret by Germ. That's her name, Germ. Duder, Mary, Detective Daughter, Heathen Daughter, Monstrous Existence, Little Girl, and Little Creature. The Sky Cat has a lot to fucking tell her. I still love that the Sky Cat and everything is like, do they exist? Oh, man. But they sure are up there. I like how someone put it like, if you miss a note while playing the fucking game, here's what they look like. But the real question is, does Bay kiss girls? I think not. Like, wasn't that like a detail that always caught me? Is like May, I think, is implied to be potentially bisexual, but I don't think Bay is. Gosh, it's so nice talking about characters that are not 19 or 18 in high school. Gosh, what a change of fucking pace. Why is this set in high school anyway? Like, half the point of Night in the Woods is that... God damn it, man. May is canonically a virgin, regardless if the players picks yes or no one asks about it. May has been canonically confirmed as pansexual by Scott Benson's Curious Cat page. Because May can't see faces, they just turn into shapes. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Hey! God, that is such a fucking cut. In a weird autumn edition, Bay remarks that it's used as a fake cigarette. I forgot about that. Bay is confirmed straight by Scott Benson on his Curious Cat page, supported by May's in-game, stating that she, Greg, and Angus are the only queer people in town. Which is kind of neat, right? It's like the ship you're going for. You're like trying so hard. Like with Greg, it's like he's just your friend and he's already got Angus. But with Bay, you're trying, it just doesn't go there. You can't make it work. She doesn't kiss girls. I'm not saying that can't change, but you know, if it's confirmed by the canon, you can always fucking tell them to get fucked. Because if it's not in the game, it's not in the game, baby. Unless Anon explicitly wears the straight pride flag, we have a choice. Germ is fantastic. God. Hello, my name is Anon. My favorite things are my tarot girlfriend, memes, 4chan, Declaration of Independence. I definitely did still shit posting of still water. God. Germ is amazing. God, what a great character. I know the Germ is like 90% fucking what the hell is happening with this guy, but on the other hand, I love that on the wiki his name is Germ Warfare. It's Jeremy Wharton. Doesn't Germ vanish under some circumstances? Or is it just that you have to like see him very early. You have to know where to go or you miss him entirely. Unused animation of Germ riding his bicycle. It's one of the rare times where a character turns around because the character's eyes apparently... Oh god, that animation just fucks me up. Wait, the house was... Weird Autumn? Huh. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Maybe it's my favorite... Like I said, if it's not in the game, and May is just like, we're the only queer people... I get it, right? But Bay is only confirmed canon. On a blog post, which is not a time and space, you can pretend otherwise. You can make it work. Dream, my friend. Dream. Angus. Anon. The fur on skin is weird, but I guess it's enjoyable. Pleasure to meet you. Likewise. Yeah, I still don't know what the hell the teacher's trying to do. I don't think God could understand what the hell's going on. Why is the process slightly pleasant? It's my first time really interacting with a human. And honestly, I thought you guys would be more wild, I guess. Well, that's fucking racist. Why isn't it italicized? You did the first thinkies. Like what? Wearing animal skins, throwing spears, chanting Unga Bunga? Oh, well, yes. I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings. I shall dream my gay criminal... No, your criminal gay dreams. The crimes aren't gay. The crime is gay in nature. What? The dream... Oh, God damn it. That's fine. It's not the first time I heard something like that. I assume it happens way too often to her liking if you say it like that. Mm-hmm. What are we chatting about, Mr. Delaney? The history teacher suddenly asks both of us, though he looks at Angus. First day, and I'm already caught gossiping in class. Angus simply fixes his glasses. We were discussing the importance of the first Pangean Treaty, Mr. Why is there a Pangean Treaty? You live in Pennsylvania! How does America work? The history teacher looks at Angus for a few seconds. Like, both Anon and Goodnight Newoods take place in just America, man. The history teacher looks at Angus for a few seconds before breathing and continuing his ramblings. Whew. Thank you, Angus. Why does he keep calling him the Auburn Bear? We get it, he's brown. Jesus. Whose profile radiates dominance. What do you mean? Oh, I get it. That does sort of happen, right? Like in one of the many anime titles I've seen. You seem to know a fair bit about history. I love it. What can I say? And I read a lot. My room is shelves upon shelves. Wasn't Angus abused? Wasn't Angus, like, shut in the larder by his... or the closet or the pantry by his mom? And he tried to develop psychic powers, and he lost his faith in God because his dad beat him? I don't know, man. I think he'd sooner say, I have lots of books than mention his room. I see. It's okay if you call me a nerd or bookworm. I didn't have any intention to.